Discipline. Just the word makes most people groan. But what if I told you that becoming disciplined isn't about making your life harder? It's about freeing yourself from the chaos that comes when you don't have it. You, me, and even the most successful people out there, we all struggle with this. But there's something they know that we don't. Getting disciplined doesn't have to feel impossible. It doesn't even have to feel like punishment. You know what makes life miserable? Waking up without a plan. Spending hours doing nothing of value, only to feel guilty at the end of the day. I've been there, just floating through life. It's exhausting. No structure, no direction. Without discipline, it's like running a race without a finish line. You start every day and end every day feeling unfulfilled. And time? Oh, time is everything. When you take control of your time, you're not just managing hours, you're managing your life. Every minute you waste is one you'll never get back. The people who seem to have it all together, they've mastered this. It's not about working harder, it's about knowing when to work and when to rest. And trust me, routine is your best friend in this. But here's where most people get it wrong. They think discipline is about going all in, burning out in a few weeks, and then quitting. That's a mistake. It's not intensity that changes your life, it's consistency. Small, repeatable actions, day after day, make a world of difference. And over time, those tiny steps become giant leaps. So, if you're tired of feeling stuck, if you're done with starting and stopping over and over again, there's a better way. Let's be honest. Discipline isn't fun. It's rarely enjoyable. No one wakes up excited to make the hard choice, to deny themselves what's easy and comfortable. But here's the thing. The easy path? That's the one that traps you. It lures you in with comfort, with laziness, with shortcuts. And where does that lead? Nowhere. That's where most people live, stuck in the same cycles, the same frustrations, always waiting for something to change. But it never does. Discipline, on the other hand, it's brutal. It forces you to do the things you hate in the moment for the things you crave in the future. It asks for sacrifice. But what's interesting is how it pays you back. Discipline doesn't give you immediate gratification. No, it's patient. It watches as you struggle, as you push through discomfort, and then, when you least expect it, it rewards you. Not with fleeting pleasure, but with lasting progress. The type of profit that sticks with you, reshapes you. And here's the twist. The people who embrace discipline, they aren't suffering. No, they've figured out something that most people refuse to acknowledge. The discomfort of discipline is nothing compared to the misery of regret. Discipline may take your time, it may take your comfort, but it gives you power. The kind of power that makes life bend to your will, not the other way around. This is where it becomes clear. Most people run from discipline because they fear the pain, but they're already in pain. The pain of wasting their potential, of knowing they could be more. Discipline is the weapon to destroy that. It's not about pleasure, it's about control. Consistency. It's the rhythm of a drum beat in a song that never stops. It's not flashy, not dramatic, but it's relentless. That constant, pounding force. Most people overlook it, thinking they need grand gestures to make progress, some explosion of effort that will magically change everything. But here's the brutal reality. Consistency is what builds empires. It's what makes or breaks a person. Think about it. A single strike on a drum is nothing, but repeated, over and over, it forms the backbone of something powerful. That's what consistency does to life. One action repeated over time no matter how small, becomes unshakable. It transforms weakness into strength. But here's the catch. Consistency demands you to show up, day after day. It doesn't care about your excuses, your mood, your distractions. It requires loyalty. Most people are too weak for that kind of commitment. They let their emotions dictate their actions. They're swayed by the moment. They crave intensity, those bursts of motivation, thinking that's what will change their lives. But intensity fades. Consistency? It's eternal. It doesn't care if you're tired, frustrated, or bored. It just asks for one thing: persistence. This is where the strong separate from the weak. Because consistency, like discipline, is ruthless. It asks for sacrifice. It doesn't need to be exciting. It just needs to be done. Every day, miss a beat, and the whole rhythm collapses. But stay the course, and you become unstoppable. While others scramble, trying to figure out why they're stuck, you will march forward, step by step. And, in the end, the rhythm you've created will be the force that drives your victory. Motivation is a fleeting shadow, appearing when things are easy, when the fire burns bright. But what happens when that fire fades? When the excitement dies down and reality sets in? That's where motivation abandons you. It's a temporary ally, always slipping away when the grind gets too real, too hard. Discipline, though, discipline doesn't care about feelings. It doesn't need a spark to ignite action. It thrives in the dark, in the places motivation fears to go. Where motivation falters, discipline rises. It takes over when everything else falls apart. There's no inspiration to wait for, no energy to feed off of, just the cold, relentless drive to move forward. Discipline drags you through the mud, across the broken ground, to places motivation never even dares to tread. Motivation is weak, it's fickle. It shows up for the good days, the ones where everything feels possible. But discipline shows up for the bad days, the ones that crush your spirit, that test your will. Motivation fades when things get hard. Discipline hardens in the face of difficulty. It takes you to places others can't reach because, while they're waiting to feel motivated again, you're already miles ahead, pushing through the barriers they'll never cross. Discipline is the force that keeps moving when the path gets rough, when everything in your body tells you to stop. It's the cold determination that makes progress inevitable. Where motivation crumbles under pressure, discipline thrives. And when it's all said and done, it's discipline that leaves you standing at the top, while the motivated are still stuck at the bottom, wondering where they went wrong.